roll with our main event. The WMC Super Middleweight Championship of the World is on the line as the challenger Matsui from Thailand makes his way to centre ring. Hammer, this place is alive. It's a happening in Perth.
And it is certainly packed to the brim.
Eugene Ekkelboom, the world's champion at 76 kilos, to take on the S1 Kings Cup champion Matsui. On paper, a fantastic rematch. Last time out, it was Matsui beating Eugene on points at the last Supremacy show. So not only is Eugene looking to defend the title here tonight, he is also looking for revenge. The voice, Michael Chevello, the Hammer, Mark Castanini with you. And Hammer, we've got a few sponsors to thank for bringing together a fantastic main event.
Well, just as we get the world title underway, a big thank you again to Van Lee Constructions for their support. The promoters have asked me to thank them, Loris and all the crew of Goldie Motors. What a great bunch of people they are, Goldie Motors. Of course, you've got guys like Paul Tasker, the Broking Centre, the Paddo Pub, Saz Locksmiths, and Just Spectacles, all great supporters, as is Innovative Hair Loss Solutions. Maybe I've got to talk to them. Well, you definitely need to talk to them. Belmont Family Pharmacy and Swan Interiors, and a host of others. All great supporters of Supremacy, and thank you very much for your support and your great hospitality.
It is Matsui of Thailand, the Kings Cup champion, a record of 62-8-4 for this brilliant 22-year-old from Thailand, up against the Australian world champion Eugene Boom Boom Ekkelboom, a record of 45-7-1. This is the fourth world title defense for Eugene. He's defended successfully 3 times against Alex Daly, who he knocked out in the 4th round, Daniel Kerr, who he defeated on the undercard of the Contender, and Shane Chopper Chapman, who he defeated in an extremely controversial decision. Actually, that one was a draw. That's a rematch I'm looking forward to. The Chop Chop against Eugene Boom Boom sometime in the future, either in Australia or New Zealand.
Well, Eugene, as I said earlier, turns his hand quite well, in fact, at racing motocross. So multi-talented athlete is Eugene Ekkelboom.
Now, talking about Matsui, of course, you'll recognise him as the Kings Cup champion. Brilliant performance in front of a 200,000-plus crowd in Bangkok at that event. You'll also know him, of course, as the man who stopped the winning streak of Eli Madigan. When you talk about Muay Thai grappling and Muay Thai clinch and takedowns, Hammer, I am putting Matsui right up there with one of the best in the world.
Well, you know what? I've got to make this reference. Since MMA has come along, and of course the UFC, which is of course on Fox Sports, every week you'll see the Ultimate Fighter and of course the UFC events. People have almost a newfound respect for the stand-up grappling of Muay Thai, and of course the takedowns, because a lot of the UFC, they start in the stand-up and they go for the single leg or the double-legged takedowns, but a lot of it is almost reminiscent of some of the Thai boxing takedowns. And I tell you what, if Matsui turned his hand to UFC fighting, he'd be very accomplished in getting his opponents on the ground, because he's a master of it at it.
I tell you, you're exactly right, Hammer. Having commentated all the Dream MMA shows over in Japan and just seeing the way that the guys adapt from what is almost a pure Muay Thai clinch to turn it into a mixed martial arts clinch, get the takedown and follow through to get a mount position or a side control, is just wonderful to see. And at the moment, we are seeing the makings of a very good contest for the World Super Middleweight Championship.
And I'll tell you what, it appears that Eugene has a cut under his right eye. Matsui there going for the takedown, Eugene just grabbing the ropes. And at 22 years of age, you know, Matsui has a lot of fighting ahead of him. And I dare to think where he's going to be when he's, 25 years of age. I think he will certainly be one of the best in Thailand.
Certainly has one of the finest win-loss ratios in the world. 62 wins in 74 fights and 4 draws, 8 losses for Matsui. Second round, peppering jab outside thigh kick from Boom Boom, Eugene Ekkelboom.
And of course, if you've been watching the Contender, you will see Matsui. He's one of the trainers also, and one of the sparring partners and main pad holders of all the Contender boys there. Of course, Hannah, the head trainer, along with my good friend Mr. Stefan Fox, and a gentleman he is. and they really pushed all those contender combatants.
All tied up, referee brings them both back to centre ring. Looping right hand there from Eugene. He's got the size over Matsui. Crossing elbow there from Matsui, and he gets the takedown.
There he goes again.
He is just an absolute machine. He latches onto his opponent like an anaconda, sucking the life out of them, leaning the pressure down on the back and squeezing like a vice, and then just the beautiful body talk, the footwork hammer, the rotation, and down he goes.
I'll tell you what, for all the fighters and people who have actually training in Muay Thai watching the show, you'll know that to perfect the clinch and to perfect the takedown, it is a real art form. You know, there's few fighters that can do it as effectively as Matsui. Soren Monconton, of course, one of Nuggets' fighters. He's one of the greatest grapplers in the country as well. Really works the long-range grapple well. In close, you've got to look at the likes of Matsui, of course, the Thai. He's got that in-close clinch, down to a fine art. But until you actually get in there, Michael, and you try and clinch up with a fighter and then try and throw them down to the ground when they drop their weight, you've got to get the appreciation of doing that, because it is bloody hard, let me tell you.
It was the recipe, of course, in their first fight at the last Supremacy show when Matsui threw down Eugene several times. He even gave Eugene a standing 8 count. In the first, that was the first time Eugene had ever been knocked down in his entire career. Eugene, of course, came home strongly. Couldn't close the gap, though, on the scorecards, and Matsui got the victory. Can you see Eugene looking to turn the tide so far here tonight, Hammer?
Matsui just getting a warning there for a trip takedown. He actually got into one of those side trip takedowns, which is, of course, not allowed. But Eugene is going to have to be right at the top of his game, and I've seen Matsui absolutely unloading with that right overhand punch. And, of course, I think it was a right or left overhand punch that dropped Eugene last time. Of course, it wasn't a title fight, so it wasn't a title defence. But the big belt's on the line tonight, so Eugene cannot afford to drop his hands and let those punches land where he does not want them to land.
And there it is, Matsui trying the uppercut. Follow through cross into the second round. 3 rounds remaining of world title action as a Ridley goes to work on the corner of Eugene Ekkelboom, Hammer.
And there you see the beautiful work with the takedown, Matsui landing. And of course, when you get the takedown affected, you know, you've got to be thinking it through. So as you're falling, and I know it's a bit hard for people who haven't fought or trained to conceive, but what you want to do is actually, when you're falling, you want to try and land your body weight, your full body weight, on your opponent who's underneath you. Perhaps drive your shoulder into the sternum and double up on that impact. So when you slam him to the ground, not only is the ground hitting him from behind, you're hitting him from the front, and you want to smash their rib cage and take their win.
Such a delicate description there, Hammer.
I was going to say in the nicest possible way, of course.
Third round of action. The Australian title holder, Eugene Ekkelboom, the challenger for the world strap, is Matsui of Thailand. Good leg check there from Eugene, a nice evasion of the overhand right from Matsui. All tied up, they tango back against the ropes. Short range knee to the upper right rib cage from Matsui, doubles up on it, then goes to the opposite side of the carcass. Good work of the knees in close here from Matsui. They aren't hard knees, but they'll score for him. And a referee moves in and breaks both men, moves them back to centre ring. Eugene just setting the right hand here. Throws the outside thigh kick to the orthodox fighter.
Probably just thinking a little bit too much about it there, Eugene. I would have liked to see him let the right hand go. Right hand, right elbow even maybe. But just sitting back. He's giving Matsui a lot of respect, as Eugene, and so he should well do.
Matsui is going for the big thumper off the right hand, that's evident. Catches the kicking leg, throws the right hand again, looking smack bang for the jawline of Eugene. And if he hits Eugene with it, well, Boom Boom will starve to death rolling.
And you see as they get in that close clinch that they keep working, they keep banging away with the knee to the thigh.
Have a listen to this place, Hammer. It's like a soccer crowd here in Perth. It's like Perth Glory is playing, but all the glory is going to belong to Eugene tonight if he can defend the strap.
Well, he'll be one happy man. he would have shaken the hoodoo off of Matsui, of that Matsui loss. And of course, in the open, I did have a bit of a chat to Eugene and spoke to him at the back, and a lot of pressure, a lot of crowd support, but a lot of pressure to get the victory here. Matsui is not going to let it happen easily, though. I can count on that. He's looking to show that that first victory was no fluke.
Eugene came agonisingly close a moment ago to landing the flush right hand. He's setting it up again, perhaps. Overhand right went so high, I heard organs playing.
He's got to actually punch upwards. Eugene is such a tall fighter for this weight division that, you know, and Matsui's not short by any stretch, and he's really got to almost punch upstairs. A nice upward stance has Eugene.
Very tall super middleweight, 6'2", Eugene Boom Boom Ekkelboom, as they lock up against the ropes once more. Referee keeps a close eye on proceedings, negating knee across the waist there from Eugene, just to prevent Matsui from throwing any knees of his own.
Eugene Ekkelboom's about 6'2" in the old language. There he goes, lets the right hand go, but Matsui works straight off it, goes back for one of his own, clinches up, low waist clinch.
Hanarong in the corner of Matsui as our beautiful ring girls do their thing once more. We are ready to roll. Fourth round of 5, penultimate round of action for the world super middleweight title held by the Australian Eugene Ekkelboom. Jab outside thigh kick from Eugene. Matsui ties him up. Can he take him down? Bull rushes him over into the blue corner. Chambers the knee, one off the right, then off the left of the rib cage, goes up to the waistline. And referee...
Well, Dean Woodhams has certainly been a busy man tonight, and he's a great guy, great centre referee, Dean Woodhams.
All tied up again. Eugene may be looking for a takedown here, turns it back into the neutral corner. Matsui is just so strong in the clinch. He's got a very low centre of gravity, uses his weight extremely well. Very good balance on him. And cracks away to the outside quadricep area. They lock up again like two Mack trucks colliding on a freeway. Eugene almost got him down.
Looking to bend him backwards and take him down, get a takedown of his own is Eugene. But Matsui, master of staying upright until he wants to be on the canvas, preferably slamming you onto it.
Throws the right hand lead, just confounding Eugene with a little switch up footwork. No room for the elbows yet as Eugene goes for a corking knee to the outside left thigh. Matsui spun around there, tied up like a ball of twine. Referee brings them both back to centre ring, keeps it nice and clean. Overhand left there from Matsui, kick up the clacker. And a knee to the lower lumbar region from Eugene Ekkelboom. Overhand right again from Matsui, had no starch behind it whatsoever. Locks up Eugene again. We'll look for a takedown, maybe for a knee to the midsection. Nothing coming off though. For Matsui the tie. Overhand right once more, and yet again it just lacked the mustard. Eugene ties him up and smothers him. And you can see the Riddler, Darren Reese, shouting all sorts of instructions to his charge, the world champion. Swinging there again to that lower lumbar region, maybe even digging across to the kidney section there from Eugene Ekkelboom.
I tell you what, again for the uninitiated, you've got to give respect to the stand-up wrestling. That stand-up clinching really takes its toll, and there's the takedown as Matsui slams Eugene again into the canvas, and that is going to be scoring very well for him. Every one of those takedowns is a high-scoring technique. Knees, high-scoring, elbows, high-scoring, kicks then come in under that, and of course punches in Thai boxing are the lowest scoring of all techniques.
Eugene threw the knee to the outside left thigh, just trying to cork up and deaden the leg of Matsui. Matsui felt it and he put the negating leg across the waist of Eugene, and again Eugene goes for it. What they call the deadening knee.
Just trying to keep the scores ticking over is Eugene in the inside of the clinch. Matsui, of course, always working for the takedown. There's a glancing overhand right, just stunned Eugene for a moment there, but he came straight back and only turned it around to Matsui, getting him on the canvas. Eugene with a bit of a cut under the right eye, doesn't seem to be getting any worse.
Hanarong just toweling down his charge, Matsui. This place is absolutely cracking here at the Craigie Leisure Centre in Perth. Great sportsmanship from two of the sport's best. And the fifth and final round is happening as a nice catch and take down there from Matsui.
We can expect a big round from Matsui. It's a fifth and final round. It's been a close affair. Eugene needs to finish strongly, that's for sure, Michael. He needs to put it right in the face of Matsui. Matsui in turn, bang, second takedown. Now the score is swinging very much Matsui's way.
That was a huge takedown. In the words of Martika, I felt the earth move.
Eugene's got to pull something special out here. He needs to really pick up the pace.
All tied up, they waltz against the ropes in the neutral corner. Eugene with the knee to the lower lumbar region again. Negating leg through the waist there from Matsui. Referee separates them. You can feel the intensity here in the fifth and final round. Matsui wants the world title. He's the S1 Kings Cup champion. He wants to become the WMC World Super Middleweight Champion.
That will mean the world to him. If he goes back to Thailand with the world title, you know what? That's big props for a Thai boxer, especially WMC World title. That's big paydays for Matsui. So you can't discount how much he'll be trying to get this belt out of Australia and back to Thailand.
High left round kick from Eugene. Fires the right hand and the high knee. Here comes the Aussie. The big kabosh. The big kabosh. Down goes Matsui. Eugene planted him like a tree. Matsui in a world of hurt. He's not going to make the count. It's good night, Irene. Eugene Ekkelboom defends the title yet again. A knee knockout against Matsui. And this place has come alive.
Well, I tell you what, Matsui tried to get up. He tried to get his legs back underneath him, but he just couldn't. The devastating knee strikes from the Australian Eugene Ekkelboom has done the job. It was looking very dangerous. The right hand set it up, the right hand stunned him, and the knees finished it off. And down went Matsui.
76 kilo, 5 3-minute rounds. The fight sponsored by Van Lee. In the blue corner, Matsui from Thailand. In the red corner, Eugene Ekkelboom from WA. And the winner with 1 minute 23 seconds remaining in the fifth round.
It is all official. Eugene Boom Boom Ekkelboom, a fifth round knockout to retain the world title. He did it in style. Hammer, I actually thought Matsui was probably ahead on my scorecard and yours, and out of nowhere, Eugene said it's time to turn the aggressor meter up. It's time to turn it on for the local crowd here in Perth, and a knockout via a knee of the highest order, because knocking out a Thai with a knee in the clinch hammer is a